100 my time. I am up. I am ready. I am alive. You are alive. We're about to make this happen. And let's get this popping. The first qualifying session in well, it's not technically, but in a long time, qualifying session in Vegas. We're about to see what these teams are going to do. Just to let you know, we're not missing anything. Here we go. The boards are up. All right. There is nothing going on. It is very quiet right now. There are only a couple of cars with some revs. There are a few cars with revs going on, as many cars are starting to go ahead and pick up these revs. Albon already getting his engine warmed up and ready. Russell now getting his engine warmed up and ready. As you see, if nothing does change, all right, in our drop-off zone, if you're not familiar and this is kind of your first time being here, welcome. If nothing changes, these drivers that you see right here in the red zone, which right now is Leclerc, Sainz, Tsunoda, Gasly, and Ricciardo, if they do not manage to get in the top 15 by the time 18 minutes elapse, they will drop off and no longer be with us any longer, all right? As we also see, 1.4 kilometers northeast is due wind, 16.9 degrees is track temp, 14.8 degrees is air temp, and we have 61% humidity. And I'm going to tell you right now, like I always say, if we got 60%, we might have to watch out for a little bit of rain, moisture in the air, which could be moisture on the track. So anything above 50%, I say, is like a possibility that we're looking at some rain. So let's go ahead and expect that if that does happen. A lot of things have been transpiring here in Vegas. Not all good, of course, if you have been keeping up with the weekend as it's been building and as it is already here. I would like to go ahead and make mention of the nice people that have managed to get here in this chat pretty early. Mary Beanie is one. Chris Popular is another. Mr. T. Renzo, haven't seen you in a while in the live chat. And thank you all for joining us. Mary Beanie first in the live chat. I just have to say that she got here first. If you're not first, you're last. But hey, if you're after that, we're still taking people in. By the way, we do have some things coming up today. Today, I will be assembling the baskets for Turkey Day, for the holiday that we have sponsored for families. And I want to say we got at least, I think we got at least 6 to 7 families. Could get a little bit more money in it. I might put in there, try to make it an even 8, but we'll find out today, depending on how much everything costs. We will be putting those baskets together today. Also, I have picked us up a Salvation Army child. So we do have a child that we will be sponsoring for the Christmas holiday. I will be picking up those items for that child coming up today and tomorrow. So we are responsible for shoes. So I will be picking up shoes for that child today. So nothing else that you all need to do. You do it all the time. This is what we do with a super chat money that we get in the channel that happens to, come by the good graces of you folks out there watching, the Wolfpack family. So, we're taking that money and doing some good with it out in the community, out in the world. So a child will be better for a Christmas because of us, and families will at least eat on this holiday coming up in just a few days because of us, our love, our care, and all of that good stuff. So good things going on this year. It's been a really rough year, been a hard year. A lot of us have lost loved ones. A lot of us have went through some pretty hard and rough times, but we're still here kicking, and we're trying to enjoy a little bit of this weekend in Formula One that is happening, and of course a new stage of Formula One that is about to take place, and it has developed some pretty controversial situations, not only with drivers, not only with team principals, but with the locals and the fans that are supposed to be there to support the actual race. So I still haven't heard anything as far as what they were going to do for the fans that had to get booted during free practice 2, pretty much, which free practice 1 didn't really happen. So didn't hear anything about what was going on there, but hopefully we will hear something soon. Like I told you all, 61% humidity. And if that keeps ticking up, which it has already kicked up to 62%, it's likely that we may experience some delays here, but I would hope that Formula One wouldn't experience any delays. It is what's going on. This is insane. Laugh out loud. I'm trying to tell you, it is insane. Lando Norris and McLaren not having the best weekend as well, brother. So 62%. I don't want to see a red flag for a little bit of rain. What I want to see is teams having the ability to go on and put inters on or wet tires on and make this thing happen. I don't want to see any coddling of the Formula One Las Vegas Strip circuit. I don't want to see it. If it's not just raining as a monsoon, which decreases visibility horribly, or anything like that, put the inners on, put the wets on, and let's get this qualifying session together. But anything outside of that, I don't want to see cuddling of this track. I just don't. I don't want to see cuddling of this event like we wouldn't see anywhere else. Just let them go do it. That's why you got inners and wet tires. Mechanic says, Wolf, didn't know I turned blue. Bro, congratulations for turning blue. Matter of fact, let me switch the screen. Indeed, man, you did. You have turned blue. The mechanic is an OG status now. There is a status above that, but welcome and congratulations, bro, for getting that. Big shout out to you for that, man. Let me make sure, see what we got going on here. Bro done turned blue out here. Look at him. That's what I'm talking about, brother, man. Congratulations. Sylvia with Kelly in the chat, the mod, ready to do anything she needs to do. She's already at work. She's already at work. Somebody's already trying to get crazy in there. She's not having it. She's not having it. Hey, you better get right or get gone. You know how I go. You better get right or get gone. I need to know. Hopefully they haven't done anything too crazy. We're going to see. Last time I do know that name looks familiar, and I'm already giving that name a second chance that they just got in there and was already trying to get things jumping. So Sylvia Wade Kelly just might say, hey, he said, let's go. Oh, Carlos, that was a horrible situation for Carlos, man. That situation for Carlos, I really mean the team in all. It was a bad situation for the team and all, but things happen. But I don't think that should have happened. I think that Formula One should have, done what the hell they were supposed to do, and maybe it wouldn't have went down that way, is what I think. But just to let you know why I'm rambling and talking to you all about things that have happened in Formula One, but big shout out to the mechanic Mercedes for turning blue, an OG family member. We have plenty of family members that be here. By the way, we will have Wolves Den today. I will post the meet for all Wolfpack family members to meet, and we're going to talk about everything aside from the GP, everything else that has happened. FP1, FP2, as short as it was, and then as long as it did happen, FP3 and the qualifying session that we're about to watch live now. We will go into Wolves Den later where you all will get to have your say, talk about what you think about as far as these teams, as far as this track, as far as Formula One, all of the stuff we're going to talk about in a more private setting, not just comments where you can verbally express yourself. You all know how it can be very therapeutic at times for some, so I will post that as soon as we're off this live. I will go ahead and get that done because I will not be sleeping. I will be steadily up, and we will make that a little bit later in the day for other people to kind of wake up. Some people aren't waking up. Some people have decided they're not staying awake for qualifying, and Formula One has rubbed some of the audience the wrong way. And some people just say, I'm just not staying up that late, but we're up early late. And so we'll wait a little bit later in the day to make Wolves Den a little bit more feasible for some of those people. There's that 3. It is now 3 a.m. It is time for qualifying to begin. That clock has not started yet, but it will start. Also, don't forget, we are going to do kickback quali trivia. And no sooner than I said it hasn't started, it has started. We got 17 minutes on the track, 17 minutes on the clock. These drivers have 17 minutes to get their lives together and make something wonderful happen as we are nearing the end of the season. Now on a circuit where everybody is a noob. Everybody's a noob. Is this, I don't think at any portion of the season have we had a more rookie-esque type motivated portion or motivated event than Las Vegas. Nobody has driven on this track with a Formula One car aside for what started in FP1, FP2. So it doesn't get more equal than this right now for this season. 083 says, what's up, my Wolfpack fam? Why are we up at 3 a.m.? I don't mean to be negative, but this race, in my view, is a disaster. And I cannot say that you are wrong, brother. I can't say that you're wrong. But I just got to say, when we dedicate it to what we do and to try to make sure, there are some people that don't want to literally watch Formula One. This is where they come to watch it. And I have to be here for my brothers and sisters that decided like, hey, I don't want to watch Formula One. I don't want to support them. Chef Ramsay in the house, as we already know, he's got several restaurants in Vegas, and there's a show right now trying to lead another restaurant in Vegas. But I'm here for the fam and for people that don't want to support Formula One but want to know what's going on until Formula One get their act together. So that's why I'm up at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The mechanic says James Vowles definitely breached the cost cap next year. You think he might breach, bro? You think James might go ahead and do that? He might. We'll see the Wildcat. What's going on? Wildcat, what's up, fam? We out here. Let's go. What's up? We are out here. Hoorah. Out here to do this up, man. By the way, we will be announcing those 10 tracks that we will be racing on for the Wolfpack Epic Grudge Racing Series that will come with some goodies, all right? Do not forget about that. You will have to be a green or a blue badge to participate in that. Do not forget about that. We will see about, other badge levels. Maybe we'll make it yellow badge and up. We will see, but right now it's green badge and up. But we will look into that. Also, right here, as you see, Sergeant, now it was kind of assumed that Williams was going to be a highlight at this Las Vegas circuit, given everything does, like I did say that this track looks like an upside down pig, but there is an enormous amount of straight area in this track. And Williams have shown a lot of straight line speed. That car is slippery. We do have an ongoing something kind of a bet going right now. Alex, I don't know, maybe it's Alex has agreed that if Haas does not end up in the top 10, I don't know, maybe it's Alex will have to hold up a sign saying that Max Verstappen is the best in 2023. If they fall out of the top 10, I will have to send, I don't know, maybe it's Alex, a Purple Sectors collection hat, which you can buy at the website. That is the bet between us two right now. And also, I am going to be looking to give away 4 Purple Sector collection hats during the finale lap coming up tomorrow. I'm thinking about doing that. Everybody that does a super chat will be entered into the wheel of names, and then we will draw for those names the following week and see what 4 people will receive hats. So I'm thinking about doing that. Likely we will see the participation in finale lap to make sure there are a good amount of people in there that want to do something. So keep your eye out for that. Right now, just as I say this, Haas right now 1 and 2 at the top of the charts, but it is still early. K-Mag with the fastest and best lap overall. Valtteri now breaking up that Haas party, bringing in the Alfa Romeo, which has been trouble and plagued through this entire season. As much as they focused on the rear development of this car, I can't tell that they focused on any development of this car this season. I know that's cruel. I know that may not be the grand scheme of things. We know that they have improved maybe in some capacity, but it hasn't been in a big capacity, not at all. So we will see what they even do here. Like I said, this is a circuit that will yield some results that could be very different. We could see a catastrophic incident that, catastrophically mechanical, not people, not human wise. We could see a catastrophic incident that will take out 10 cars. Maybe it takes out half the grid in the race because this track has not been very giving at this point in time. It's fresh, it's new, it hasn't had much evolution on it. We can see cars smack the wall. We've already seen manholes come up. We don't know what we're going to see right now, but Leclerc, Perez, and Norris now jump into the top 3. All right, all powered unit different. Ferrari, Honda, and Mercedes exist in the top 3. Mary Beanie in the super chat says, I've had 4 hours of sleep since Thursday. Go Sir Lewis Hamilton. Because you're an OG, Mary Beanie. Because you're an OG to the game. That's why you haven't slept as much as I've slept. Usually Mary Beanie and I have around the same amount of sleep. It's not a lot because we steady grinding. This weekend, I've had less sleep because of the time that exists even in my own country, but just because of the time of the GP on the West Coast in relation to what time it is on the East Coast, I've had a little sleep since this has all started. So I'm right there with you. I am sleep deprived. I'm going to try to get a nap after Wolves Den if I can, but I have some things going on where I am launching a new channel. So have to wait for that. Might have to do some things on that. We'll see that and I will let you know. Les 430 says, good morning, fam. Hope everyone is well. Les 430, I hope you're well. Logan Sargent at the top of the charts in second place, which is very uncommon. And I don't think that's going to last long. And I'm telling you, I'm hoping that he doesn't, but it's possible Logan Sargent could wreck this car one more good time for us before the end of the season. But I remember what I said. If he doesn't do that, I think he has at least given Williams enough motivation that they could carry on with him throughout the rest of 2024. I already told y'all, if he wrecks this car another 2 times, I don't know if Williams retain him. But if they do, I give them major props and major points for adhering to what would be a standard situation for a rookie to the grid. At this point in time, we're in a new generation. I don't know if he's going to survive, but he may. So we'll see what happens. Right now, we do have Leclerc. Now, we do know Ferrari are quality kings. We do know this. But as when it comes to race pace and race situations, they just fall off a cliff. So are they going to do the same thing now? Max Verstappen at number 2, unable to edge out Leclerc right there. Logan Sargent still holding on to that third place. Perez now out of the top 3. Ocon out. McLaren boys are together. But I'm going to tell you right now, what looks very different right here is we don't have a Mercedes up there yet. Mercedes still in the drop-off zone, looking like, it's possible. It's early. Still got 10 minutes and some seconds on the clock that they could make it, but it ain't looking so good for them. It ain't looking so hot right now. Mercedes 17, Hamilton holding down the bottom like kind of an exchange of Logan Sargent right now. A Mercedes power unit car in 20th with the star on the side of it, with the tribute to Niki Lauda on the side of it. I don't want to see Mercedes going out in the first round. Are we crazy right now? What kind of shenanigans? Alonso down there. I mean, the bottom of the chart is littered with Mercedes power unit cars. We got Hamilton, we got Alex, we got George, we got Stroll, we got Alonso, we got Alonso, every car that right now, until just now, Stroll said he has something to say about it. He jumps out of there. Yuki now with a Honda power unit car. So the rant that I was just about to go on is completely over now. That it's not all Mercedes power unit cars, but it is majority power unit cars. All right. So Fernando, George, Alex, and Lewis still in the drop-off zone until they complete this lap that is coming up, and we'll see where they are. Now, don't also forget we are looking at these speed trap times, and I'm a little bit surprised that the Williams car is only there once, 344 kilometers an hour, and it is third. It is not even first. So may have some of us been a little bit wrong in our assumptions that Williams would be a fast car here at this track, as they do not even have the fastest speed trap. 344. Bottas of all drivers at 346 kilometers an hour, 2 more kilometers an hour than Logan Sargent. And as we go on down further down finish line, we go Ocon in first. We got Zhou in second, and we got Leclerc right now first with 187 matching with K-Mag. Maybe that means Leclerc's going to kill it, as the Ferrari team are 1 and 2 now at the top of the charts. Verstappen still in third, even after completing another lap. We're going to see what happens now. Logan Sargent now out of the top 3, but he is still in the top 5. And for Logan Sargent, that is stupendous. That is stupendous, may I add. Pia in 6, leading Norris at 11 now. K-Mag in 6. Alonso finally jumping to the 4th position, looking more like himself these days, although I know a lot of people don't like him, and some people by Mary Beanie call him Salty Balls, and that's not a bad nickname because he is salty, he is a hater, and he's proven that he's a hater, a genuine hater. But he's been doing a phenomenal job this season for Aston Martin in a situation, in a position, in an environment where the rookie, who is crowned to be the indefinite contractor at Aston Martin, has not done anything, no podiums for him at all, while Alonso, I believe, has stacked up 8 this season in the AMR 23. Lance Stroll, you need to go. You need to go. You need to go ahead and take a back seat. We need to see Felipe Drugovich in that car next season if Aston knows what's good for him. If they don't, they'll just keep being ass on one part of the team in the garage, and that part is Lance Stroll. Norris says he's got something to say about that top 3. He is now second, splitting. Oh, Perez joins the party. Perez, Hamilton, top 3. He has something to say about that. Don't forget about me having a purple sector in sector 3. Purple sector lifestyles. Live the best lifestyle. Get you some. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All different power unit cars once again in the top 3. Ferrari, Honda, Mercedes. They are getting ready to ramp this thing up. We're going to see how this goes. These cars are getting faster. Track evolution is happening. More rubber is being laid down. They're getting a little bit more comfortable so they can get a little loosey-goosey in there. Sometimes you got to get a little loose to get faster. Got to get a little loose. So we're going to see what happens with that. There are a lot of announcements that we're going to have coming in this season as it's ending. New channel coming that's totally different than the Formula One content, still in kind of the car content coming very soon. Waiting on some things that I'm getting together. I will launch that. I will share that with you. It's going to be a little bit more free, a little bit more of what I do on the other side of this Formula One content. So I'm really looking forward to enjoy that. Also, don't forget, if you want to check out the car build content, you can go to Harsh Teggy Times, okay? Harsh Times Teggy. Check out the car build content. and that. Don't forget to go to F1 Minute social media page on TikTok and Instagram, and the Wolfpack Performance page for that. But we do have a new page coming that is I'm excited about it. I'm a little excited about it. I had to fly around for some things, and I got some other things coming where I'm going to have to fly out of town again, but I'm excited about it. It's kind of more near and dear to my heart as far as a car enthusiast, so I will be sharing that soon. Right now, teams, our drivers in the drop-off zone in danger of not continuing on to Q2 is Danny Rick, Hulk, Gasly, Sonoda, Russell. That is all of AlphaTauri if they do not make it out of here. And that kind of would be a little bit of an indictment for one of the drivers who probably was the most excited about coming to Vegas, which was Danny Rick. That's a damn shame. Also, do not forget Super Chats. I have already mentioned it, are going towards a good cause in this holiday season. We will be feeding a family. I will be assisting on putting those baskets together to feed the family for Turkey Day. Also, I have picked us up, and I know I did not announce it. I figured you all would not have a problem with it. I have picked us up a Salvation Army Angel, which will sponsor a child. Her name is Kayla. We will be picking up shoes for Kayla, and I will pick up different sizes so that as Kayla grows, she will have new shoes from the Wolfpack family every stage of that way for some time. So I'm going to pick up some 6s. I'm going to pick up some 7s. I'll pick up 1 8 just for her to grow on. All right. So we will be supporting her with shoes to go to school and other things like that. And likely I will pick up some other things for Kayla as well, even out my own pocket. But we will be using some of that Super Chat money to sponsor that child so that they and she will have something to open on Christmas Day. So Wolfpack family doing some beautiful and awesome things as we always do. We will do that every year. We will do something to help somebody in need. We helped out those citizens in Imola by sending over just pretty much $2,000. And then I found a way to give back to you all. I believe Derwin Hill was the one that received the raffle for the autograph poster for Valtteri Joe from Alfa Romeo. Big shout out to Alfa Romeo for working with me on getting that money over to the citizens to assist them. We will be looking to do something like that again next season. So Wolfpack family be doing some awesome shit because we too legit to quit. So I'm just saying, like, people hate us because we that great. Y'all that great. Y'all make it happen. I really do appreciate it. So right there, while I take a break, Logan Sargent back in the top 3. Maybe spoke too soon about this Williams car. He's not in the top 3 anymore. He changes that. Well, he doesn't change it. Carlos says he has something to say about it. If I'm the one that's going to pick up a manhole and at this track, I'm the one that's going to benefit from it. And Charles says, well, not so fast, buddy. I'm going to lay down 2 purple sectors, Sector 2 and Sector 3. We'll plug that in with your Sector 1, make this a Ferrari 1 and 2 for the pole position. How do you feel about that, Carlos? They're going to watch them negotiate that as they go around this track. Max Verstappen unable so far to adjust to the point to pick up that first place pole position, still stuck in 3, K-Mac on his heels. And Sylvia Witt-Kelly says, I hope everyone has a great weekend and sleep well after this. I will not be sleeping after this, Sylvia Witt-Kelly, but I will be trying to have a very productive weekend as we are doing some pretty awesome things today. Okay, so I'm going to enjoy that, and I will post pictures on the YouTube for people to see as we're getting those baskets put together, joined with several other people that have also decided to kick in. So it's going to be a very productive day. I also have to try to run out and see if I can find some very hard to locate parts for this car to then drop them off at an upholstery shop to get upholstered. Some of the interior I'm going to do myself, like the headline, I'm going to try to do it myself, order the material. Very nice looking material too. Very, very suave. It's still black, but the material itself looks pretty damn good. And I will post that content as well. Right here, we got Ferrari still 1 and 2. We got Max Verstappen still in 3rd, but we do have Gasly in 4th, Bottas in 5th. And it is very surprising, the top 5 cars that have changed out of here. But what I find very surprising is people are still buying into this Russell is faster thing. Russell not yet even showed up, I don't believe, in the top 3, while Lewis Hamilton has showed up at least once. Right now, both Mercedes drivers are in a safe zone at this point in time with less than 2 minutes getting ready to pop on this clock in 4 seconds. Pia is in danger of not making it. Zhou is in danger of not making it. Stroll, he's always in danger of not making it. And AlphaTauri as a whole don't look like they're going to continue on. They might as well get those PS5s or those Xbox warmed up, and they can go ahead and join the rest of the grid on the stick. That's what they could do. But I'm pretty sure they got enough money to buy, steering wheel, Logitech, at least pedals. We will be looking for those companies to kick in as we did just mention them. So Sony, hit us up. Microsoft, hit us up. And Logitech, hit us up. Go ahead and give the Wolfpack family, give me something. You're getting a little advertisement on this page. So we're going to see what happens with that. I am looking for, they're in the pit right now. They're going to get their life together. They're going to see how this time is going to go. And I believe they should probably come back out, definitely. But if they don't right now, what we're looking at is less than a minute on the clock. I think it's pretty much safe to say, even if they don't go back out, they're going to make it into Q2. So I don't really think Ferrari, like, let's keep risking it. Let's keep taking some of this life off this motor, these tires. Let's go ahead and just bring it in. We're top 2 right now. This is not Q3. Let's not risk it all right now. So I think that's the better option. I think they should just go in and shut it down. Ferrari have shut it down. As you see right there, there are no RPMs on either one of those cars. They are in the safe zone with only 40 seconds left. As you see, AlphaTauri will be no more. They're going to have a small little time right here. Danny Rick at least laying down some green segments, no purple sectors. We're going to see if that time that he's getting ready to collect is going to improve him. Albon improving at least up to 11th. Mercedes right now 12th and 14th. Will they jump in that top 10? But like I said, Mercedes at this point in time seem to be in a pretty good position where they're making it into Q2. But if that performance continues into Q2, Q2 will be their last situation. Don't forget, we got Kickback Quality Trivia coming up. I'm getting ready to ask some questions. The winner of Kickback Quality Trivia will have the opportunity to spin for a $50 gift card. Visa bucks spin everywhere. And it is game time. As the checkered flag is dropping right now, we will have these teams that will not make it. And we give a little bit of time because some of them were still in the process before that time elapsed of their outlap. We're going to see what they get. Right there, Hamilton improves over to 7. Russell finally joined the top 3 party right there in 3rd. And then Sargent now kicked back, but Albon and Sargent looks like they are safe to make it into Q2, so they then will have more opportunity. Danny Rick just edging it out, jumping out of there. Lance Stroll still there. Pia still there. Zhou also there. And Ocon joining the party from Alpine. All the money Alpine have collected. Lance Stroll says, I got something to say, and I'm not out just yet, Wolfpack. Keep me there. Keep me on the board. Keep talking about me. Help motivate me. Get me in that top 10. And I don't know if there's any amount of motivation that's going to get him there, but if there is, I don't mind giving Lance Stroll a little bit of motivation, but he's been abysmal this season, so I don't want to waste motivation either, but I'm going to give him a little bit because I don't like to ever give up on somebody who's really not giving up. And I don't think he's completely given up. I just don't think he's that great of a driver that's going to help Aston Martin promote or collect any type of World Driving Championship and or Constructors Championship. Alonso is like a big ass turtle, and he's carried that team on his back, and Lance Stroll hasn't done anything to help with that. So as that time elapses and everything drops and these cars are starting to drop down in RPM, it is very concerning that McLaren are out in Q1. They are out in Q1. Pia and Norris are out. Remember, we talked about this, but this is an outlier. This new circuit, this is an outlier. But we did talk a little bit about this, that what would we say if McLaren had a similar Aston Martin S back half of their very improved season? And that is a considerable drop-off right there, but we are in a new circuit, so I'm not going to totally indict them. I will wait and to see what happens when we get to, I don't want to say that place. It brings a lot of, I don't want to say it right now because a lot of people, it's a trigger for a lot of people. I'll wait until I have to say it. Abu Dhabi, I said it. Don't get crazy. Don't hang up. But also, stewards involved investigating an incident, car 43, 63. Oh my goodness, maximum delta time, that maximum delta time situation. There goes Ocon. Damn near. Was that Verstappen he was going to take out? If it was, Verstappen probably shouldn't have been there, but it is what it is. So we're going to ask the first question. Remember, if people don't answer, it's an easy way for you to get 25 or 50 bucks Visa gift card. All right. And I'm going to start off with a very easy ass question. Very easy question. Very easy question for you coming up. Okay. It doesn't get any easier than this. Well, it does, but this is easy. Remember, you need to answer with a super chat. It doesn't matter if 50 cents, 99 cents, $1, whatever the case is, it needs to light up on this board I'm looking at. What does DRS stand for? What does DRS stand for? That's easy. And Mary Beanie, I know she's itching to try to get in here and win her one, but what does DRS stand for? God damn. Where the hell did you come from, man? Sir, I didn't know that you were up. I did not know that Insured Frames, the 4-time back-to-back champ, was up. Holy shit. But man, what in the hell? It's like the ghost of the morning. Damn, you just came out of nowhere. That was lightning. Damn. What kind of internet service do you have, sir? I need to inspect your internet service. Hunter's Lunatic says Lando got blocked. FIA, sorry, no penalty. It's a red. That's crazy. That is crazy. We talked about this lack of penalty for Max Verstappen and Red Bull. Insured Frames, you are correct. It is drag reduction system. Goodness gracious. Let me write that down. Good gosh almighty, you were fast. You were lightning quick right there, buddy. Like you had your drag reduction system engaged on answering the trivia question. Shit. Well, Insured Frames first on the board. Did wait some time to answer that question, though. So as we go on, I will ask the second question. Drag reduction system. Ben, Xbox Fortress, joining the club. That is correct. Drag reduction system. And I know Ben, Xbox Fortress has to know that. One of our Wolfpack Epic Grudge racers right there has been participating for a long time and does have the blue badge. Blue badge is plethora up in here right now. So that, listen, I'm going to show you that we're not missing anything. They just reset the board. 15 minutes on the clock. Right now, the drop-off zone, all of McLaren is out of there. Ocon, Zhou, and Tsunoda out of there. Stroll, Sargent, Albon, Perez, and Ricardo, if they don't improve as the next section comes on, they will be out of there as well. So let's go ahead and ask this next question. This is going to get a little bit harder, people. Won't be as easy as that. And Mr. T. Renzo says, damn, it's been a long time. I've been a member. Time flies. Time does fly when you're having fun with people that you love. Big shout out to Mr. T. Renzo, supporting the fam, supporting the channel, support me. I really do appreciate you, brother. And as we kick on with this next question, here it is. When did Michael Schumacher first drive for Ferrari in Formula One? What year? What year did Michael Schumacher first drive for Ferrari in Formula One? All right, in Formula One. What year was that? What year? Just trying to see who's going to get that. Remember, $50, $25 gift card during the holidays. That's some shopping on Amazon and free shipping if you're a Prime member. Don't forget about that. I'm going to stop plugging these companies till they start plugging. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stop plugging them. So right there, what do we got? God. Yes, sir. You are correct. It is 1996. Insured Frames banging away right now. 2 questions up. 2 points in his bucket. Now, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. Going forward right now, I am going to put it in the chat. The question, and then you will have to answer. I'm going to see if things change that way. I have to, because I don't know if you all are familiar, but in drag racing, if there seems like there may be a slight advantage, you have to give the other driver an opportunity to get something that they want. So either, they get a link, maybe they get the jump, maybe they get 5 cars. I'm going to put the question in the chat, and I'm going to highlight it as a poll question. That way, everybody will see it lit up, and you will see it at the top, but do not answer in the poll. You can answer in the poll, but don't answer in the poll if you're wanting to get in on the money. What you need to do is still answer as a super chat, but I'm going to see if that changes things. And if it does change some things, making it a bit more fair for people that may be in a laggy area of service, then we will continue to use that format. So Insured Frames, you're about to have your work cut out for you. You are up 2-0 with nobody on the board right now. But as the clock right now is ticking, we are going back to some qualifying. So I'm going to get that first question ready in the holster, ready in the slot, ready in the clip, the magazine, the roller, whatever. I'm going to get it ready in the revolver. I'm going to get that next question ready so that people can have it. And this question, oh my gosh, you all are going to love this question. I'll tell you that. You're going to love this question. You should get this question like right off the back. I know Mary Beanie might be like first in for this one. So I'm going to put this up. Oof, this is a good one. I'm not going to put any answers in there because then that just gives it away, but I'm just going to leave yes or no in there. But the question still stands for quality kickback trivia, all right? All right, so I will post this question between Q2 and Q3 as we go on that break and see if that changes things up. And if so, when we go into Abu Dhabi for the next quality kickback, we will use this format instead of the format where I just read out the question. That is what I will do. All right, so we will put the question in the actual chat as a poll, seeing if that gives everybody equal playing grounds to see when that question posts versus me saying the question on the video and maybe some people hear it before others, 10, 5, whatever, 20 seconds, because YouTube sometimes is not the best platform and they not always kind to us. We're going to try to find a way to level this thing, level the playing field. All right, right now, Haas was at the top of the charts in a 1 or 2 situation with Hulk and K-Mag. They no longer are there. Typically, they show up there and then they are not there as things start to really heat up between these teams and these drivers. Again, Ferrari coming back to the top of the board via Carlos and then Leclerc following up in 9, but he has one more segment and he jumps to the top of the board. This may indeed be a Ferrari pole position situation, but then can Ferrari do what we say the shirt says, which you can buy on the website? Pole into podium. Can Ferrari turn a pole into podium? And better than just podium, can they turn a pole into a race win? That is something that we have been waiting to consistently see from Ferrari, and it has not been seen. Can they make it here in Las Vegas, where things stay in Vegas, where everything in Vegas is a gamble? Can they gamble and can they win on themselves? That is what we want to see. That is what we want to know. Right now, Mercedes as a whole, again, still in the drop-off zone, but they're not out on track. Okay, so when they get out on track, we're going to see what happens there. Max Verstappen also not out on track. Perez is out on track trying to improve. Oh, likes to see the Lance Stroll and Alonso 6 and 7, but it doesn't look like they're going to. Oh, shit. No sooner than I was about to say, it doesn't look like they're going to join the top 3. Alonso says, sir, don't forget about me. I've been carrying this team on my back. I will join the top 3, and so does Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll joins the top 3. Where did this come from? Will this last? Will Aston Martin be on a 2 or 3 situation for podium? I don't think so, but it is possible because they've just shown us that they could join that club. Sainz again with the Ferrari taking it back with all those purple segments to have the best sector in 3, Alonso the best sector in 1, and then Leclerc the best sector in 2. It is a mixed up sandwich. You put all those up together. OG Zilla, Green Badge family member, is eligible for the race coming up. What's up, OG Zilla? Nice to see you up, fam, with us at 3:29 in the damn morning Eastern Standard Time. I'm up here, Kronk, trying to get this shit together. Let's make it pop and let's make it happen. Gasly joining the top 5, Alonso in the top 5, K-Mag bringing that Haas into the top 3. No longer, because Perez says, dun, 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 I got something to say about that. We got Perez in the first position for pole. If he keeps that, he will start this race. Mr. Street King himself on a street circuit that doesn't get more street than anything else on the calendar because it is brand spanking new and it sucks right now. Can Perez be the boss to get everything and get a race win at the end, towards the end of the season? That would be awesome. I will celebrate with my sombrero hat for Perez if he does do that. I will put the sombrero on. Alonso saying it ain't time to go yet. Alonso getting to the top of the charts. Best lap overall with a purple sector in 1. Let's make this happen. Qualifying sessions have been indeed more entertaining than most races this season. I am excited. Let's make it happen. Let's go, Alonso. Keep showing them that you got Aston Martin on your back. Don't count Ferrari out. Do not count Ferrari out. Ferrari will be coming with that heat. They will be coming with that heat, believe me. Ricciardo in 7th place, as he right now is carrying AlphaTauri on his back just for this GP, just for qualifying. Up until now, it's been Yuki, and Yuki still has it overall for the season. But Ricciardo right there in the top 10, showing that he may indeed have the stuff to make it into Q3. Right now, it is looking very troublesome for Mercedes. They are still in the drop-off zone. Russell at 11th, Hamilton at 13th. 13th is not a good number. Friday the 13th, that guy is a cop blocker. He will stab you in your back. He'll stab you in your front. Jason Voorhees is horrible. All right, he's a little bit worse than Michael Myers. Michael Myers can be bad too, but Jason's just, I mean, everybody's getting into something, and Jason just breaks it up. You getting some booty? I'll just take you out. So 13, not a good number. Want to see them come out of that. Max Verstappen at 14, by the way, if you pay attention to that. Mr. Fast got the fastest car on the grid. You know what I've realized though? I've realized that when things are not are set up perfectly, one, when things require you to manage things in a small window, two, or when there are certain elements for Max Verstappen to have to adapt fast, he's troubled for some time. Not to say he doesn't figure it out, but he's troubled for some time in the fastest car on the grid. So I would warn people to be very cautious of what you say and how you feel about said drivers that are in shitbox cars, because if some of these cars come along, and it is kind of said that, I know Red Bull might be, sandbagging in 2024, they're just going to blast off. If some of these teams get closer within hundredths of a second of Red Bull, we've seen that things get a little dicey. Red Bull has not collected pole position all of this season, mainly in ATAs where they had to figure it out in a small window tire situation. Here it is again, the tire situation. Here are again on a street circuit in very compromising situations. Perez looking like he might be over or outshining Verstappen, but don't count Max out yet. I always say Max is good for a hot lap, and until Q3 says 0, the checkered flag has dropped on this qualifying session, Max Verstappen still has the opportunity to improve and show that he has the stuff to be made of whatever he's made of, because still questioning the championship shit, but it is what it is. But every other, there are some teams up there you want to try to talk about Russell and Hamilton, but still remember, they're in a very troubled car. They're in a car that's been pieced together as good as it can this season without having a complete B-spec car. They're in a car that made a midstream turnaround in philosophy, and now they're having to go back the other way where other teams had been in that direction prior to them. So it's not an apples to apples comparison. It's not even an apples to oranges comparison. We have to see what happens next season when Mercedes now has changed their car, go into an off season, go into testing. We'll see what happens. Beat Perez for second in championship, number 44. That would be awesome. But I don't know if it's going to happen. That would be awesome if it does happen. I just don't know if it is going to happen. But to see Lewis Hamilton grab that second in the championship driver standings, that would be an accomplishment given the season that they've had. And it's not as bad as other cars. Galactus said Vegas is going to be 50 drag racing laps. Let's go. Galacticus, good morning, good sir, family member. Nice to see you. It is. It is going to be that. And honestly, I'm not going to front with you. I can't. Hamilton joins the top. Russell in number 2. Mercedes say, let's wake up for a moment. Let's get some espresso. Let's go drive. And it did. Verstappen at the top of the charts now. Where have these monstrous drivers come from all of a sudden to just pop to the top of the charts? Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Russell, top 3 drivers. What are we seeing right now? What are we seeing? This right now it's been exciting. Right now, in the drop-off zone, 5 minutes left. Logan Sargent has the ability to improve, but he may not. Stroll showed us something earlier, but he may not again. Danny Rick has carried it during this qualifying session, but he might be tired and weak. Bottas has been struggling all season, and he might be out of there. Hulkenberg, because of Haas, he might be out of there too. Now, Hulkenberg has been more improved than K-Mag this season, but right now, K-Mag might also be in the top 10 and make it into Q3. We're going to wait and see what happens. Ferrari doing what Ferrari has been doing this entire time and just popping steadily these hot laps out to take the 1 and 2. Are we looking at what may be a 1 and 2 for pole in this qualifying session? Scarlet red cars who should have been yellow to take advantage of an opportunity to show us a very different livery. I don't know, but they're working on it. They are working on it. That was pretty cool. It didn't last long for Mercedes. Didn't even last long for Max Verstappen, as Ferrari are showing that they might be the strongest at this new Las Vegas circuit. I just want to see, can it equate? We saw a little bit of a tussle between Max Verstappen and Charles. I believe, that was a long FP2, but a little up and under from Charles, and Max Verstappen looking like he's already trying to race. I wish Charles would have stayed in it a bit more because there was a lot of time to get that car repaired. At some point in time, somebody's got to stand up and just wreck Max like he's willing to cause you to wreck yourself. Mary Beanie, Jay, never count out the GOAT. Go Sir Lewis Hamilton. That's what I'm saying. And I already got the champagne in the freezer, Mary Beanie. I got that champagne sitting on the cool chill just in case it happens. You never know what's going to happen in Vegas. OG Zilla, team showing their hands now. OG Zilla is not wrong. I got that trivia question loaded. We are 3 minutes out from the trivia section. This time, I'm not going to read the question out. I'm going to put it in the poll, see if everybody can get an even playing ground on answering that. Let's see what's going to happen. 3 minutes on that clock, 3 minutes getting ready to tick down into 2 minutes right now. 17.1 degrees on the track, 15.3 degrees in the air, 61% still humidity. We don't have any rain yet. This may be one of those situations where a different climate, different environment, different geographical location may yield some different results. If it rains, hopefully it doesn't rain long, and hopefully it holds off. Ooh! Almost shaving that wall right there. That was super close for Perez, the street king, about to make a mistake that could cause him down the qualifying session and put him in a position on track where he does not want to be. You do not want to be working your way out of last, anything 15 and below on a new circuit, especially like Vegas. It might not go well for you. You might not be able to come back from that as well as you may be able to come back from that on very known tracks. Right now, Max Verstappen and all of Ferrari in the top 3, in the top 10 cars that we care about the most, that have been the most competitive, is Mercedes, and right there still with the team on his back is Alonso. I don't know if Haas actually stayed there, but if Haas stay in the top 10, I don't know, maybe as Alex might be saying to herself, I might be looking good for this bet. I might be looking good for this bet come this race day. Galactica says 20 cars sparking Vegas Strip going to be epic. It is. Matter of fact, I just was scraping up the highway, posted that video on my Wolfpack Performance IG page, scraping up the hard highway with those titanium scraping tabs I have on the bottom of that Integra, which right now is going through a rebuild process. Right now, 1 minute, 30 seconds on the clock, less than that. And right now we have all of Williams in danger of not making it. Alpine in danger of finishing out, not making it. Stroll, no surprise there. Danny Rick, kind of no surprise there. Just being fair, kind of no surprise there. So yeah, so this is exciting. Less than 1 minute. What is going to happen? Ferrari right now out there doing their due. If we take a look again at the speed traps, Stroll fastest in sector 1, 189 kilometers an hour. Zhou fastest in sector 2. Zhou is no longer with us, 217 kilometers an hour. Russell at the finish line, 323 kilometers an hour. And Perez, the street king, 348 kilometers an hour at the speed trap. Seconds closing down before we have the next kickback quality trivia question. You can steal these points. We're going to try a different format. All right. And then I'm going to get with the team in the offseason to see what we can do that might be better. All right. We're going to see how this goes. But that turn right there might be a bit crazy in the actual race. That turn right there looks challenging. If you have, I think it might have been turn 11 or 12. It looks a little bit challenging. Matter of fact, do I have the track so I can bring up and see what turn that is? Because that turn looks like it might be pretty damn challenging, no doubt. So I'm going to see if I actually have that circuit up right here. And I want to say that it is turn, oh yeah, it is 12. Turn 12 looks a bit challenging. It looks more challenging in reality than it did right there. And turn 9, I thought would be, and that turn 9 does look as challenging. For that combination from 8 to 9 does look challenging as well. But as we sit right here, time has elapsed for these drivers. We're going to see who's making that final stretch to see if they're going to make it out of there. Right now, Perez looking like Hamilton, holy sh, they better finish these laps up. This right now could get a little dicey. We got Perez and Hamilton looking as if they might not make it into Q2. George Russell right now in the top 3 with the Ferrari boys. Let's see what's going to happen. These drivers still on an outlap. Hamilton, Perez is done. It looks like Perez is out of there. If I'm not, he's done. He's not making it out. He's not going to make it. He is out right there. Hulkenberg looks like he may be out, but we're going to see what finishes these segments to see what he does. Lance Stroll looking like he may not make it out. I can stop right there because none of that's a surprise. But Hamilton not making it out of Q2, not that it would be an obliterating surprise because they've been troubled this season, but it just would still be like, damn, this track is giving the business to him. Verstappen in 5th, not even at the top of the charts right now, unable to really stay there long when he has gotten there. Even Hamilton's visit to the top, but Ferrari has they have just claimed the mountain right now. And we're going to see if that's going to be the case going into Q3 because, like I say, that's where you put the chips to the center of the table. And I do think that it is possible Hamilton is not making it into Q3. It doesn't look good right now. And he's not. Hamilton does not make it into Q3. Hamilton is out. Perez is out. Hulk is out. Stroll is out. Ricciardo is out. That is a bit of a continuation of an indictment. Verstappen is not in the top 3. He is still in the top 5, and he will progress into Q3, which really matters because he has another opportunity to improve his case, to make a better case that he will be able to grab pole position. But right now, the Ferrari boys, they showing they something to deal with. All right, it's game time. Who's going to get this $50 Visa gift card, baby? I'm sending out money. I've been sending out money all season. Add it up, calculate it up. Everybody's been paid by Wolfpack, guaranteed. Tracking numbers go out. Visa gift cards show up. Here is the next trivia question. It is now being done and given to you in a different format. First person to answer with the super chat will get the point. You can still come back and have a possibility to beat Inshore Frames, keeping him from getting a 5-peat, all right? A 5-peat. There's the question. It's up. Give me the answer. There is the question. The question is up. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to leave it there. The question is up in the poll. People are answering because it says yes or no, but you need to give me those years in which that driver did collect those driving championships. Let's go. Let's see if this evens out the competition. I need those years. Let's see what's going to happen. Urza down there, it's got to be by Super Chat. Hot damn. Holy shit. Holy smokes, Batman. Let me see. That is not correct. I already know that first one is not correct. I already know that. Then the last ones are, matter of fact, let me make sure I'm not wrong, but I think I'm pretty right about that. So hold on real quick. Let me check that. But I think I'm right. But that I'm pretty sure it wasn't that. But I'm gonna check for you. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't that. I'm pretty sure of it. But we're gonna see who else might get that question up in there. Where is my guy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is. I'm pretty sure that was not the right answer to kick it off, Inshore Frames. And Inshore Frames having an opportunity to come back. Listen, it doesn't get any more even than that. I put it in the poll. Inshore Frames answered incorrectly, which I was pretty sure that first one was wrong. Answers incorrectly, then comes back and answers correctly just before Mary Beanie also being incorrect right there with that first one. But it is 2008, 2014, 2015, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 pretty much. And we know what happened 2021 or else we'd be talking about that. But Inshore Frames, again, with a clean sweep. Even when we change the format midstream, he adjusts and does get 3. And Inshore Frames will be spinning for a $50 or $25 Visa gift card this Sunday during Finale Lap. Congratulations to Inshore Frames. He has been utterly strong, but that format looks like it may have done a little bit better as Mary Beanie wasn't too far behind. Inshore Frames a little bit pressured. Maybe Miss King had to get in there, but yes, that is correct. 2008, 2014, 15, 17, 18, 19, and then 2020 being the last season that Lewis Hamilton has even had a race win. And we are looking, no, 2021 was the last season he had a race win. We're looking for him to be able to try to get a race win this season before it closes, but it doesn't look likely. But we're going to look and see what happens in 2023. Right now, as you see, the drivers not making it. Big shout out. Congratulations to Insure Frame. Let me go ahead and make my notes so I don't forget. You will be spending for the Visa gift card. We'll spin. And we will see what you will be getting, a $50 or $25 Visa gift card. Ask Insure Frames. He get his money. He get his money. Ask him. I send that money out. He get his money. He ain't not got paid. He has not gotten paid. I'm telling you right now. Galactic is saying, Insure Frames, you got the juice. Sylvia with Kelly holding down the mod thing, just giving it up to everybody. Big shout out to Sylvia with Kelly for being up with me this morning and taking on the task. I really do appreciate it. Big shout out Mary Beanie jumping in there, not to try to give it up easy to Insure Frames. Big shout out to Musa popping up in the chat now. Big shout out to everybody. Let's go. Insure Frames collecting another W. Where is Will I Am? I'm just trying to say, time for Q3. We are about to get it on the clock. Says 12 minutes. Nothing has started right there. We will be here live for the race. Big shout out to you all. That was, oof. Insure Frames, I don't know. Hey, I hope people that know you are not watching this, because they're going to be like, yo, bro, if you didn't get me a present for these holidays, why you didn't give me one? Because I seen Wolfpack was sending out that money, bro. I seen Wolfpack was sending out money to you. Why you didn't get me no gift, man? You better be careful, Insure Frames. With much money comes much responsibility. Galactic is in the super chat, says, where are the fans tonight? F1 have not showed. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I think Formula One in this event, which we'll talk about it a little bit later, have kind of rubbed some people the wrong way. You kick fans out when they didn't get what they paid for a free practice session. That was already where you went wrong right there. You effed up. All right, that was an F game, as Bouchard would call it. But then just the whole situation, it just, viewership has dropped off. I don't know what. It's going to be crazy to see what the viewership is going to be for DTS. I want to know what that's going to look like. Because, I know people are asleep right now, but some people up, and I think you got to be a hardcore fan, a diehard Formula One fan, somebody that's heavily vested in the sport to be up to this point in time, which is why I said I think Formula One made a mistake doing it around these time frames. I understand the whole due to Vegas, it's at night, but you might want to, for the next visit, consider a different time that's going to perhaps aid you in viewership. It's 3 o'clock in the damn morning. I'm up. Usually I'm up anyway. So that kind of is the same, but other people aren't up. Keep the system. It works. Kick back. I'm coming for it. Okay. So Mary Beanie says that the new system works. The new system works. Okay. So we will do it this way in the poll. We'll put the question in the poll. It takes me a little bit more work, but if it makes things more even, I'm going to do that. So the next Kickback Quality Trivia, which will happen for the following race that's coming up, AD, we will do Quality Kickback Trivia in this format and see if we can get a different winner and challenge Insured Frames to work a little bit harder for all this cash that he's collecting, all right? So right now, time has elapsed on the clock. 10 minutes is where we are. Ferrari still at the top of the charts. We're going to see if they're going to lock down and be as dominant in Q3 as they have been the rest of this. Mary Beanie keeping it very honest. I made a bloody mistake. Mary Beanie, I make mistakes all the time. We all make mistakes. It's just about how we learn from those mistakes and how we admit those mistakes. And you are definitely a person of character and integrity, and I appreciate you doing that. And I appreciate your feedback on the system, because you and Sylvia Witt Kelly and some others mentioned that things may be a bit skewed, not because of you, Jay, but because of the system. Some people are not able to get the question or hear it as soon as, and now this new format, thank you for that feedback. You have corrected some things, and that right there will help us going forward. That is what the community is about, listening to each other, taking some advisement, taking some advice and saying, let me try a different route. I'm not above trying something different if it works out for the betterment of the whole. Guaranteed. All right, so here we go. I don't have to say it. Ferrari's at the top. Gasly in top 3, though. Gasly in top 3 is something. I'm going to tell you that right now. Right now, Alonso and Stroll, 1 and 2 in sectors 1 for that speed trap at 189 kilometers an hour. Albon showing up with the Williams in both sector 2 and second in the finish line, while Russell is the first at 323. And Perez, the street king, 348 kilometers an hour at the speed trap. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold up. We got green and purple popping up here with Ferrari. Green and purple, a sector 1 already by Charles Leclerc, sector 2 already by Carlos Sainz. What are we going to see for this Ferrari is pumping these laps, y'all. Ferrari pumping and dumping laps. Let me find out if you hit a manhole cover, it actually makes you faster. Let me find out if that's the case. Because right now it looks like Carlos Sainz is about to pump in a fastest Oh, he lost that sector 2 right there. He lost that to the Verstappen. But hey, what the hell just happened? K-Man came out of nowhere like dun 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 dun. Goes in the first. Gasly coming up saying, I want some of that first. Alonso showing up. It is just a rotation, a rotisserie of drivers in the top position for pole position. And the rotisserie keeps turning. But we've seen this one before. Ferrari again dominating the top of the charts in 1 and 2. Alonso, Gasly, K-Mag in top 5. Where is Russell going to be as he's by himself? Verstappen unable to edge Ferrari out, but is in the top 3. Russell is by himself. And as much as people have gloated about Russell, what will he do when he is on his own? Can he crack the top 3? Can he do that? We're on equal terms of playing ground. Everybody's got to adjust, Russell. Show us if you're really like people are boasting you to. Right now, you're not in that top 3. Let's see if you can make it happen, buddy. Let's see if you can make it happen. Keep the system. It works. Kick back. I'm coming for it. Hey, listen, Mary Beanie says I'm highly competitive, and I am coming for a kickback quality trivia win, guaranteed at some point in the season or next season. Like Mercedes, I'm on the rebound, and I'm about to make it happen, clowns. Watch me show up. Watch her show up. She got the notes. She got the paperwork. She might be coming for that money. She might be coming for that money. Don't count Mary Beanie out, y'all. Don't count her out. Not one damn bit. No. Don't do that. Galactic is also a former kickback quality trivia winner, as he's laid back and said, I'm going to give some people some opportunity to win. Baraka, a former kickback quality trivia winner. Will, being the most successful up until Inshore Frames, just has taken that crown and that throne from Will. We'll see if he makes a comeback. Several people have won. Wildcat has even won a kickback quality trivia game. I think OG Zilla has won. I want to say has Mercedes Mechanic. I think Mercedes Mechanic has won before. People have won this money before. I think, it's been crazy. I love giving it out. I love just community. I love having fun with y'all. That's what I'm saying. I just love having fun. And ain't nothing wrong with having a little fun with some money. You know what I'm saying? But Ferrari's still at the tops. They're in the pits. 6 minutes left on that clock. They're going to make a little adjustments or some changes. Going to see what they're going to do. If they're going to, make this happen. Everybody right now is on pins and needles as this clock is just steadily ticking down, trying to see where their driver's going to put their teams for this first, since the most recent race in Las Vegas, the most biggest spectacle of a race in Vegas, I can say that. Who and where are they going to be on the grid? And where is Brundle going to be on the grid walk? They should have bought Wolfpack in for the Vegas grid walk. I'm just saying. Brundle, you need somebody paired with you, bro. Not a teammate, not a partner. You just need somebody paired with you, because you ain't it just for the only person out there to grid walk. You had some Brundle's blunders is what we call them. We're going to see what Russell's going to do as he's coming around. He does look pretty good right now. Russell does look pretty good. Russell's looking pretty good. This could be a top 3 lap time he's going to lay down. Russell's looking pretty damn good right now. Let's see what he's going to do. 5 minutes still left on his clock. A lot of time for these other top teams to do something, but this might be a damn decent lap from Russell. He's looking pretty fast right now, looking pretty steady. It's almost getting too close to that wall. That wall may be something similar to the wall that we see at Wall of Champions in Monza, I believe. We might be seeing something. Russell, well, it was looking good until it wasn't. But anyway, top 5, that's something, Russell. That's something, buddy. That's something. Something's better than nothing. There's another turn that I'm thinking of that is just like horrific. Where is that turn, man? It like escapes me right now. It might be, no, it's not Spa. Damn. what that damn track escapes me. It's like one of my favorite. Baku. It might be Baku. It might be Baku. I think that Azerbaijan. I think it's Azerbaijan too. All right, there's a turn there that I definitely like, but definitely the Wall of Champions. This one is hard. I know where it is. It's Jeddah. That's where the other turn is, where they just come through and they are extra close to that wall. Matter of fact, I think I got a clip of Nick DeVries trying to come through another section of a track too. But this turn right here, which might be turn 12 or 9, is looking like it. I think it's turn 12. It's looking like it could be one of those turns where somebody's going to lose that rear wheel. Somebody's going to lose it at some point in time. It just looks like that. It just looks like possibly somebody's going to come a little too close to that wall and they're going to lose a rear wheel, and hopefully the tether system keeps it together, because they're having to get mighty close to that section right there. All right, here we go. These are the final 3 minutes of Q3 of this qualifying session in Vegas. We got Ferrari dominant 1 and 2, Max Verstappen in 3rd. Is that the way it's going to finish? Is Max Verstappen, for more than one chance in this season, not going to grab a pole position? It is very possible. But I tell you what, going into the next race, he likely will be back on pole if he is not here in Vegas. Alonso, you cannot count him out, as he's shown us plenty of times he can deliver a lightning fast lap. Very nice photo finish for him and Perez back there in that race that was in Brazil. That was very nice to watch for that final lap. Very highly competitive, very entertaining. And that photo finish just kind of tied it up with a bow. But right now, we're trying to see who has the money, the cost to be the boss. Right now, Leclerc and Sainz are showing that the Ferrari Scarlet Red car is where it needs to be. That livery that they have showing tribute to a very lackluster circuit race in Vegas in America. I think they should have done a yellow livery. That would have been nice, brightened up, lit up on this track. And if it didn't work, what stays in Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. It would have been no harm, no foul. But the fact that they didn't take an opportunity to do that just really kind of disappoints me. It doesn't make me sad, because Ferrari, I'm with Fred Vasseur as far as his comments in the team principal meeting, but Ferrari just have not done it for anybody this season, especially Ferrari fans. They've been pretty disappointing. But this right here might be a highlight. If they can get pole and then convert that into a podium of a race win, that could be pretty nice for them to close out the season. Which Ferrari driver do you think is going to get it, though? That's what I want to ask you in the poll. We got to have a poll. You got to, vote on it. Don't dance on it type situation, but I'm about to go ahead and put a poll up. I want to know and see how you feel about this. So right there, here we go. There are these final minute coming down. All right, here we are. Let me go ahead and put that in there. And then, let me know what you think. Which Ferrari driver, if it were going to be a Ferrari driver that would get the Vegas race win, which driver do you... Damn, that was quick. Sainz right out the bucket. Shit. They ain't give Charles not a deal. Okay, there we go. We got some people giving Charles a chance now. 46 seconds. It's still Ferrari dominant. Verstappen still in 3rd. What's going to happen? He's not making that first sector, is not going to do it if he's going to try to edge out Charles right now, which is in 1st for pole. Charles laying down a purple sector in sector 2. Max Verstappen not looking like a purple sector is going to be coming his way. K-Mag makes some progression up in the 4th as he's carrying Haas on his back, as Hulk is out. The great Hulk is out. The blonde-haired Hulk is out of there. Alonso doing what he's always been doing. Top 5 drivers are the only drivers worth mentioning at this time. Really, the top 3 drivers are the only drivers that really even matter at this point in time, and that's Max Verstappen, that's Carlos Sainz, that's Charles Leclerc right now in pole position, and he's going to stay in pole position. And Max Verstappen not putting together a really promising lap as he's seconds into the near. Leclerc pole to Verstappen win conversion is dynamite. That is what could happen right now. Max Verstappen is not putting together a lap that we are accustomed to him seeing or him doing in Q3. Sainz looks like he may stay in that second. We may indeed be seeing a Ferrari 1 and 2 for this position of lining up on the grid. Where will Max Verstappen get one more segment to complete one more sector? And it is not done. Max Verstappen is not going to do it. He is in the top 3, though. Where will Carlos be? What would Carlos do if he could do what he does? And there it is. And he's going to stay right there. And there you go, folks. A Ferrari 1 and 2. Logan Sargent, though, let's give some credit where credit is due. Logan Sargent in the top 5 doing a quad. Yeah, Logan Sargent still in the top 5. Russell almost got him there. Well. Oh, shit. Too soon to celebrate for Logan Sargent as he goes to 7. But hey, top 10 Logan Sargent. Top 10 Logan Sargent. And no wrecks. No wrecks in top 10. That's a clap. It didn't last long. Russell pushed him down, then Gasly pushed him down, and Albon that pushed him down. He just... But hey, I was trying to give him props where I could, when I could. But that is still nice. Given what Logan Sargent has done this season, top 10 in a qualifying session, first time for him, at least in Vegas. That's something to clap about. So Logan Sargent, I'm still giving you a clap. You got pushed down 2 parts, but that's still something to be proud of, buddy. Good job. Most recent American driver on the grid doing something to at least be a highlight, not promising, a highlight, because ain't nothing promising going to happen until next season. It's going to be next season till you're going to have to deliver some promising to me. But Ferrari, 1 and 2 for this qualifying session. Max Verstappen unable to grab pole position from Ferrari, as Ferrari were very strong. And it's going to be very interesting to see where the race is. Are we going to see a switchback? Are we going to see a conversion rate there from Max Verstappen? Is Charles going to give it up? Because somebody's got to play hardball with Max. Is it now going to happen in Vegas? Will they take that gamble? Will one of the Ferrari cars take the gamble and say, shit, no, Max, you may not finish this race if you keep playing around with me? Russell, can he make something happen in 4th? Will he convert that into a pole? Lewis Hamilton in 11th. That's going to be a lot of work. It's not impossible for him as he has Alonso, K-Mag, Bottas, and the Williams cars in front of him. Williams could be a little bit strong here, but look for Hamilton to make up 2 spots off the first lap regardless, because he's good for it. So you can look for him coming out of 11th right into 8th, and then as the race progresses, you might see him in the top 5. From there, what kind of strategy, what kind of tire management, what kind of speed can he do while managing those tires may see Lewis Hamilton or Russell on podium, which means we'll be popping champagne here at Wolfpack Performance on this channel live. I'm going to get twisted. Just saying. I get a little twisted then. Inshore Frame says MV is happy with Leclerc pole. Wins end up. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I don't think Max Verstappen is ever happy with somebody on pole, honestly. I just honestly don't. I think it's the competitor in him. He's not happy unless it's him on pole, but he can show a little bit of grace depending on who it is. OG Zilla says Russell starting 3rd on the grid after Sainz penalty. Oh, my gosh. You know what? We're going to see what happens. OG Zilla, goodness gracious. But Leclerc, that would have been crazy for him. Will Ferrari do Ferrari and drop the ball? You can't count him out. I can tell you that. You can't count Ferrari out on dropping the ball on any damn thing because they're likely to do it. It's who they are. It's what they do. I wouldn't put it past them. Just saying. I wouldn't put it past them. Spider R35 says Carlos getting that 10th place pin is bull. Hey, it's just been really rough for Carlos, man. It has been really rough for Carlos. Like, if we really think about it, I mean, Carlos has had a rough season. Remember, he got that penalty and that point on his license, and like 3 other drivers got away with murder. Gasly got away with murder. Logan Sargent got away with a situation, and then Carlos just catches the blunt end of the steward's stick of being beat, and it was just, it's crazy. And I think Carlos has been unfairly penalized, at least in that situation for sure. Now here it is again, we're talking about him being penalized again, and it's like, what the hell is going on? Like, so it's been very challenging for Carlos this season, I could say the least bit. But I can say that I think he's been the stronger driver. Although no pole position here, I think he's been the stronger, more reliable driver throughout the course of the season. Not bringing any other extenuating circumstances as far as car development, car setup, because he's had to deal with the same thing as well. But I think Carlos has proven this season that he's been the more solid driver for the team. So we'll see what happens going in 2024. But of course, Charles is looked at as their driver. I see fans, but they look sleepy. Go to bed. That's what I'm saying. So listen, we'll see what happens. We got a Ferrari front row lockout. Okay, a Ferrari front row lockout. That right there is nice to see. We're going to see what happens. Okay, I'm going to save that classification. We're going to see what happens. But Ferrari got a front row lockout. Now I just need to know what Ferrari going to do with it. All right, what are Ferrari going to do with a front row lockout? That's what I want to know. Can they convert this into a race win? Because that's something that they've not shown the ability to consistently do or hardly do this season. Carlos just getting bumped, if that's the case, is horrible. But it is what it is. The FIA just really got to improve, and it is sad that we have to continuously sound like a broken record. FIA improve, FIA improve, FIA improve. When is it going to happen? I don't know. I don't know why some people come to the defense of the FIA. They've made so many blunders time after time after time. Something's got to shake to be a bit more consistent. So when they make a mistake, we can say, okay, they've done so good with everything else, and it hasn't really been that. They've messed up in critical moments. They've ruined critical positions for teams. They've did horrible evaluations on penalties and assessed and handed out penalties. Some penalties were very warranted. And then we've seen a driver, Max Verstappen, who should have been penalized more this season that didn't get penalized for unseen reasons. So they definitely have to do a better job going forward. When they do that better job is unknown to me. But listen, it is now 4:00 in the morning. I was dedicated and committed to you. I'm not going to sleep, but I'm going to have to get some things set up for the Wolfpack members, as we will have a Wolf Den. I do have other things to get done. I do have to go up to the shop, check on the cart, drop some parts off as the cart is being suited for 2024 season for me and the little one and the family. So you all be safe. Be back here. We may even be live again today. Don't count me out for that, but we will be in the Wolves Den today. So Wolfpack members, be ready for that. Also, I might be trying to come up with a little bit of surprise to kind of change things up for Wolf Den, but don't count on that. I'll just put it out there. If I can, I will. If it will, I will make it happen. Other than that, we will be live again. You already know, 1:00 in the morning. The race is for Eastern Standard Time, which means we'll be live for but for finale lap around 3:00 in the morning again. No sleep for that day for me, but I will see you then. All right. Peace. Be safe. I'm out. Wolfpack. Boom.